Hey YouTube, how's it going? Well, it's doing pretty good today. And I think I did okay yesterday too. As a matter of fact, this whole do things way early so that the vlog actually shows up at the time of day that I want it to, aka around 7 a.m. because that's what I arbitrarily decided years ago, and I've been sticking to it and obsessing over it for years. Obsessing over it because as much as I wanted to do it, I never actually got it done that much. Well, not always. Anyway, the recorded early thing is working out. I think that's doing pretty good. You know what's not working out? Knots. And what I mean by that is not a play on words, but an actual situation of knots. You know how it is when you try to drag a comb or a brush through your hair and you run into a knot where some of your hair has bound together and tied itself literally in knots, and it becomes real painful to drag that comb and or brush through it. Yeah, you know, just think just how much more epically fun that can be when it's in your beard. Yeah, that's right. As I sit here right this instant, below the epicness, somewhere deep within the epicness of this beard, there is a knot. And this knot is, well, I haven't yet identified how big it is, but it's sort of the kind of thing I can't drag a comb through it. I can't drag a brush through it or anything like that. Now, of course, some folks are going to say the first thing that I need to do is to shave a bunch of that, is to cut the beard off at or below the level of the knots and cure it that way. No. Not only no, but absolutely no, that is not going to happen. Because there are still folks out there that remember December 2010, which was the last time that I actually shaved. I swore then that I was never going to voluntarily shave again, ever. You know, and people look at me and they say, you know, well, actually, a lot of people look at me and they say, hey, epic beard. And you know something? I agree. And you know what you do to an epic beard? You don't cut it. That's just the way that is. You don't, ever, for any reason. I mean, there may be situations in which doing so is required. I can see doing it for that, but voluntarily, no. No, absolutely not. It's part of my whole image persona thing and so on and so forth. You know, I'm not going to give that up any more than most people would give up their nose, you know? I mean, would you voluntarily cut your nose off? Of course you wouldn't. You'd look silly without it. Even if you think it looks goofy now, it would look even worse if it was gone. So, suffice it to say, I look better with the beard than I do without it. But anyway, back to the subject at hand, which was knots. I've got an ugly one in there because as much as I really shouldn't want to admit it, in recent days, in the last couple of months, what with not feeling good for various and sundry reasons and so on, I haven't been quite as diligent about that aspect of personal grooming, specifically the combing of hair and beards, that I've basically let a knot form in here. And it's a, like I said, it's a pretty good size one. And I ran into it this morning, well, about 10 minutes ago. And so this means that I'm going to have to spend a bunch of time later today getting rid of that knot. Because while I have managed to get things to the point here where it is not at all even remotely visible, the fact is, it's not gone yet, and I know it's not gone, and it's going to drive me nuts until it is gone. Because it's really sad to let yourself go to that point. But anyway, that's pretty much what's going on today. My plans for the remainder of today, in addition to knot removal, is going to be the production of, the production aspect, the editing and rendering and so on of tomorrow's Skyrim episode, and of course today's Hermitcraft episode, and so on. Yeah. That, and I'm not sure 100% what else yet, but trying not to fill myself with too much in the way of gotta-dos. Yeah, that's never any fun. Meanwhile, the next gotta-do on my list is shutting up, because I see by the little monitor on my camcorder that I have just passed the 6-minute range, which means I should say, and many other people are waiting for me to say, that I need to shut up and say thanks for watching, take it easy, I am out of here.
Here's the TinFoilChef.